Why do 97% of modern women seemingly detest Sigma males? Is it their mysterious aura, their elusive nature, or something more complex? Welcome to our exploration of the Sigma male enigma, a topic that sparked curiosity and controversy in equal measure. Sigma males, often depicted as the lone wolves of society, march to their own beat, possessing unique characteristics that set them apart from the familiar alpha and beta male dynamics. They're self-sufficient, introspective, and often misunderstood. They thrive in solitude, prefer the fringes of social hierarchies, and their emotional palette is as rich as it is enigmatic. But here's the twist. While these traits may sound intriguing, even attractive, they can also be the very reasons why a staggering percentage of modern women find Sigma males quite a tough nut to crack. Misconceptions about Sigma males abound, fueling stereotypes that can cloud our understanding of this unique personality type. For instance, Sigma males are often perceived as cold or aloof, when in reality they simply value their independence and emotional autonomy. Their preference for solitude is mistaken for antisocial behavior, and their self-assuredness is misinterpreted as arrogance. It's like trying to read a book in a language you don't understand, confusing, frustrating, and potentially misleading. But here's the kicker. Sigma males aren't looking to fit into society's neatly labeled boxes. They're comfortable in their own skin, and they don't feel the need to conform to societal expectations. But this very non-conformity, this refusal to play by the rules, can make relationships with Sigma males a challenging proposition. So, why do so many modern women find Sigma males challenging, even off-putting? Is it the emotional distance, the limited social circle, the intimidating intellect, or something else altogether? Well, the answer is not as simplistic as it may seem. Let's delve into the reasons behind this enigma, starting with the first issue, the distance dilemma. In our forthcoming scenes, we'll unpack these complexities one by one, shedding light on why Sigma males are an enigma that continues to both perplex and fascinate us. Stay tuned as we unravel the Sigma male mystery. Sigma males are often seen as distant, emotionally eluding their partners. But why does this pose a problem? Well, let's dive into it. Imagine you're on a boat, sailing across a vast ocean, but the person steering the ship is on a different boat, miles away. That's how it feels to be in a relationship with a Sigma male. You're on the same journey, but there's a gap, an emotional distance that can feel as expansive as the sea itself. In the realm of relationships, emotional connection is as vital as the air we breathe. It's the invisible thread that binds two people, allowing them to share their deepest fears, joys, and dreams. It's the foundation upon which trust, intimacy, and mutual understanding are built. But what happens when this connection is missing? What happens when you're sharing your life with someone who seems to be on a different emotional wavelength? This is the dilemma many women face when involved with Sigma males. These men, with their aloof demeanor and independent nature, often keep an emotional distance. They're like islands, self-contained and self-sufficient, needing no one else to survive. While this can be attractive to some, it's frustrating for those seeking a deeper emotional connection. It's like trying to tune into a radio station, but all you get is static. You know there's a message there, a song waiting to be heard, but you just can't seem to catch the frequency. That's the experience of trying to connect emotionally with a Sigma male. You sense that there's more beneath the surface, but accessing it becomes an enigma wrapped in a riddle. This emotional gap can lead women to feel unfulfilled and dissatisfied. They may feel like they're shouting into a void, their emotions bouncing back at them without ever reaching their intended recipient. It's a frustrating experience, to say the least, one that can leave women feeling lonely, even when they're not alone. This emotional gap is a significant hurdle, but it's not the only one. Let's explore another issue: their limited social circles. Sigma males are known for their preference for solitude, but can this preference create tension in relationships? Let's dive into this. Sigma males, the self-sufficient lone wolves of society, often prefer the company of their own thoughts over a bustling social gathering. They are the ones who choose a quiet night in with a good book over a loud party any day. It's not that they're antisocial, but rather they value their solitude and the freedom it affords them. On the flip side, many women thrive on social interaction. They appreciate the bonds forged in the crucible of shared experiences, cherished memories woven through the threads of communal laughter, tears, and triumphs. It's in these social exchanges that they find emotional nourishment and a sense of belonging. Now, imagine these two individuals in a relationship: the Sigma male, content in his solitude, and the woman, flourishing in her social circles. The disparity in their social preferences is like trying to blend oil and water, and therein lies the tension. It's not that Sigma males are incapable of forging deep connections. Quite the contrary. When they choose to connect, they do so deeply and meaningfully. But their selectivity in social interactions can be misconstrued as indifference or emotional aloofness. This can leave their partners feeling isolated, leading to dissatisfaction and tension in the relationship. For a Sigma male, his limited social circle is a fortress of solitude. But for many women, this fortress can feel like an impenetrable wall, separating them from a vital aspect of their partner's life. This can create a sense of distance and even loneliness in the relationship. The challenge, then, is finding a balance that allows the Sigma male his solitude while also fulfilling the woman's need for social connection. It's a delicate dance, one that requires understanding, compromise, and communication from both parties. The social gap is indeed a challenge, but what about the Sigma male's intellect? Could it be more intimidating than attractive? Let's explore this in our next segment. The intelligence of a Sigma male can be as daunting as it is attractive, but how does this impact their relationships with women? Embarking on a journey through the mind of a Sigma male, we find a landscape of deep thoughts, complex ideas, and a thirst for knowledge that can be both magnetic and, quite frankly, intimidating. This is the paradox of the Sigma's intellectual prowess. It's like being attracted to a beautiful yet perilously deep ocean. The allure is undeniable, but the fear of being swallowed whole by the depth is very real. Sigma males, with their analytical minds and sharp intellect, can often captivate a room with their insights. However, in a romantic setting, this intellectual intensity can become a stumbling block. It's not uncommon for their partners to feel overshadowed or even belittled by their intellectual prowess. This isn't because Sigma males intentionally condescend, but rather because their high-level thinking can inadvertently create an intellectual gap. Imagine being in a conversation where your partner keeps dropping words like quantum physics, existentialism, or macroeconomics as casually as one would talk about the weather. It can leave you feeling outpaced and perhaps even a little inferior. This is the experience some women report when dating Sigma males. This intellectual gap can be a hindrance to forming deeper connections. Relationships are built on mutual understanding, shared experiences, and emotional intimacy. But when one person feels intellectually outmatched, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy, frustration, and even resentment. In essence, the Sigma male's intimidating intellect can unintentionally become an emotional barrier. It's important to note, though, that this isn't a universal experience. There are women who thrive in the company of intellectually stimulating partners and find the Sigma's intelligence more of a turn-on than a turn-off. Yet, for the majority, the intellectual intensity of a Sigma male can be overwhelming. It's like trying to quench your thirst from a fire hydrant. The supply of knowledge is impressive, but the force can knock you off your feet. The intellectual gap is another hurdle. But what about communication? Could the absence of emotional expression be the missing piece in their relationships? Communication, or the lack of it, is often a bone of contention in relationships with Sigma males. But why do they struggle with expressing their emotions? Picture this scenario. A woman is sitting across from a Sigma male, her eyes pleading for him to share what's going on in his mind. Yet, the Sigma male remains silent, his impassive face revealing nothing. This is the classic Sigma conundrum. Despite their many admirable traits, Sigma males often fall short in the communication department, especially when it comes to expressing their emotions. Emotional communication is a vital component of any flourishing relationship. It's the invisible thread that connects two hearts, allowing them to understand, empathize, and truly connect with each other. When emotions are shared, they can be managed jointly, and this collective management forms the bedrock of a healthy relationship. However, for Sigma males, expressing emotions doesn't come naturally. They tend to keep their feelings bottled up, hidden beneath a stoic exterior. You see, Sigma males are like icebergs. What you see on the surface is just a fraction of what lies beneath. They might be feeling a whirlwind of emotions inside, but they often choose to face those emotions alone, in the solitude of their own minds. This emotional reticence can be baffling and frustrating for those who share their lives with Sigma males. Women, who typically value emotional connection, may feel undervalued and unappreciated in the face of such silence. This unspoken void can lead to feelings of disconnect, breeding resentment and misunderstanding. Moreover, the lack of emotional communication can be misconstrued as indifference, further exacerbating the problem. The truth is, Sigma males do feel, and often they feel deeply. However, their struggle to articulate their emotions creates a chasm in their relationships, making their partners feel like they're always missing a piece of the puzzle. The communication gap is indeed a problem. But what about their resistance to change? Could this be the change conundrum they face? Sigma males are known for their resistance to change. But how does this affect their relationships? Picture this. You're on a boat, the tide is shifting, but the captain refuses to adjust the sails. That's like being in a relationship with a Sigma male. They're often resistant to change, preferring to operate within their comfort zones. They're like rocks, steadfast and immovable. It's a quality that can be admirable, but also frustrating in a relationship. Let's dive deeper. In a relationship, growth and adaptation are key. It's about evolving together, learning from each other, and adapting to each other's quirks and idiosyncrasies. But when one partner remains static, it's like trying to dance with a statue. It's not impossible, but it's definitely challenging. Sigma males' resistance to change isn't always about being stubborn. It's often about staying true to who they are. They value their independence and autonomy, and they don't want to lose themselves in a relationship. This can be a noble stance, but it can also lead to tension. After all, a relationship is a partnership. It's about compromise, and sometimes change. Let's consider an example. Imagine a woman who loves to travel and explore new places. She's adventurous and spontaneous. Now, pair her with a Sigma male who prefers to stick to his routines, who finds comfort in familiarity. The woman may feel stifled, her spirit of adventure dampened. The Sigma male, on the other hand, may feel pressured to step outside his comfort zone. This disparity can cause conflict, leading to dissatisfaction and frustration. However, it's important to remember that every individual, every relationship is unique. What may be a deal breaker for some may be a point of attraction for others. Some women may appreciate the stability that a Sigma male provides, It's all about finding a balance, a middle ground, where both partners feel valued and respected. The resistance to change is certainly a challenge, but could their confidence be misinterpreted as arrogance, adding to the difficulties? Confidence is attractive, but can too much of it be off-putting? Let's see how the Sigma male's confidence translates in their relationships. Confidence, like a well-tailored suit, can make anyone look good. It's a universally admired trait. It exudes assurance, competence, and charisma. But what happens when this attractive quality is so potent that it begins to resemble something less appealing? Let's delve into the mysterious world of Sigma male's confidence, or as it's often perceived, their arrogance. Sigma males have a self-assuredness that comes from a deep understanding of their abilities and worth. They don't seek validation from others. They validate themselves. This is a part of their allure, but it's also where things get complicated. When this confidence is mistaken for arrogance, it can create a chasm in relationships. This is the ego equation. Confidence plus misunderstanding equals perceived arrogance. It's a simple equation, but one that can cause complex problems. Arrogance is often seen as a lack of empathy, a disregard for others' feelings and perspectives. It's a barrier that blocks emotional connection, a crucial element for any relationship. So when a Sigma male's confidence is misinterpreted as arrogance, it can leave their partners feeling disconnected, overlooked, and undervalued. It's like being at a party where everyone is speaking a different language. You might recognize a few words here and there, but the overall conversation remains a mystery. That's how it feels to be with someone whose confidence seems like arrogance. You see their qualities, their strengths, but the essence of their character remains elusive, hidden behind a veil of perceived arrogance. Understanding is the key to solving this equation. It's about recognizing the difference between self-assuredness and self-importance. It's about seeing Sigma males not as arrogant, but as individuals secure in their worth, who don't need external validation. The misinterpretation of confidence definitely adds to the challenges. But what about their elusive nature? Is this the final piece of the puzzle? Sigma males are often seen as elusive and difficult to understand. But how does this affect their relationships with women? Let's delve into this intriguing aspect of Sigma males. Like a complicated puzzle or a book written in an ancient language, Sigma males are notoriously difficult to pin down. They have an air of mystery that can be both fascinating and frustrating, especially to women who are seeking to understand them on a deeper level. Imagine trying to decipher a coded message without the key, or trying to catch a cloud with your bare hands. That's what it's often like trying to understand a Sigma male. They don't readily share their thoughts or feelings, and they often appear detached or distant, even when they're physically present. This elusive nature can lead to significant frustration for women in relationships with Sigma males. It's like navigating a relationship with a ghost. There's a presence, but it's not always tangible, not always understandable. This uncertainty can breed insecurity, as women may question the stability and the future of their relationship. However, this enigmatic aura isn't just about being aloof or detached. It's a part of the Sigma male's intrinsic character, their way of engaging with the world. They're like the lone wolf, the solitary wanderer who values their independence and autonomy above all else. But here's the thing: relationships require connection, understanding, and mutual sharing. When one partner is elusive, it can create a void, a sense of imbalance that can be difficult to rectify. Women may feel like they're constantly chasing, constantly seeking for something that remains just out of reach. And yet, the allure of the Sigma male remains. Their enigmatic nature, their independence, their quiet strength. These are qualities that can be deeply attractive. But the challenge lies in bridging the gap, in finding a way to understand and connect with these elusive individuals. Their elusive nature certainly adds to the struggles. But as we've seen, the relationship between Sigma males and modern women is complex, with multiple facets to consider. The relationship between Sigma males and modern women is indeed complex, with many factors contributing to the difficulties they face. As we journeyed through this video, we've explored the various aspects of the Sigma male personality that can cause friction in relationships. Let's reflect on them. Firstly, we explored the Sigma males have this tendency to keep an emotional distance, which can be a real challenge for women who crave intimacy and connection. This emotional chasm often leaves women feeling unfulfilled and dissatisfied, yearning for a connection that seems just out of reach. Then, there's the question of the While Sigma males are content in their solitude, many women thrive in a social environment. This disparity in social preferences can create a disconnect, leading to tension and dissatisfaction in relationships. We also delved into the While intelligence is often attractive, the Sigma male's intellect can be daunting, even belittling. This can hinder the formation of deeper connections as women may feel overshadowed. The in the puzzle is the Sigma male's struggle to communicate their emotions effectively. This can leave women feeling undervalued and unappreciated, undermining the relationship's stability. Is another point of contention. Sigma males' resistance to change can be a stumbling block for women who believe in growth and adaptation within a relationship. Their steadfastness can create conflict and stifle growth. Is another factor to consider. Confidence is attractive, but when it borders on arrogance, it can create barriers to emotional connection and empathy, further straining the relationship. Lastly, we looked at how Sigma males can be. Their elusive nature can lead to frustration and a sense of insecurity in the relationship, as women grapple with understanding their enigmatic partners. These factors combine to create a challenging relationship dynamic between Sigma males and modern women. It's a complex interplay of personality traits, emotional needs, and societal expectations. But remember, every individual is unique, and not every Sigma male or woman will fit neatly into these categories. The Sigma male is an enigma, a complex puzzle. Understanding them is a challenge, but one that can lead to a deeper understanding of human nature and relationships. We hope this exploration has been enlightening, and perhaps even sparked a desire to delve deeper into the fascinating world of personality types and relationships. After all, understanding is the first step towards acceptance and growth.